Hall of Fame shit, nigga. Keep it, come on, get out there, get out there. Good catch, my boy. 5 Unit Nation, man, number 1, man.
Oh my God, run this shit up, man. Let's go on, we found.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of SGDS Sango Different Struggle Podcast. I am your host, Ajay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm eating. I told y'all I was going to start eating on this motherfucker because I be hungry. And I'm not finna starve myself. But this is episode 91. If you've never heard of me before, I talk politics, relationship, sports, music, a little bit of everything. Today, though, if you haven't seen the episode of Pastor T.D. Jakes and Cam Newton, I'm going to play some clips today, man. I was able to listen to the whole podcast yesterday, and I want to just give my opinion on it. Y'all leave your opinions in the fucking comments. I appreciate the people who have. I be seeing more comments now. I appreciate it. Please keep commenting. Please keep liking. Please subscribing. I need the subscribers to go the fuck up. I don't have time to keep putting money into this marketing shit right now. I'm trying to save, so I need y'all support. I would truly appreciate it if you do. But we gonna I'm gonna get started with this first video. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here today because I got a few other shit I want to talk about, but we're gonna start off with the first video, y'all.
The biblical side with having children, right. It's a whole package.
For sure.
It's a whole package. And I'm wondering, you as a person and a person that has deep convictions, I can tell already, how do you manage the convictions when you fail? And if you have grace for yourself when you fall, would you have grace for yourself in a marriage? Would you have grace for her? Is there grace for a marriage?
I'm walking in grace to refine my flaws. So there's never been a situation that I did not go into it intending to marry. It just didn't work out.
I see.
So I believe you do more harm being in a toxic situation, sowing off toxic fruit, giving off toxic energy to children.
So what have you learned from that in your dating process that makes you slower to go that deep into the relationship for fear of getting trapped with someone that you can love, that you can have sex with, and the sex is great, but the love is weak?
Yeah. Goodness.
Come on.
That's what I've identified. By taking a step back.
Let's talk about that.
Come on.
Let's get with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's cut through all that. That's what it was. I was young. Right?
I get it.
I came into a situation, going back, I will keep reiterating certain things because it's now going to start to make sense. I knew right from wrong. I just didn't always do right. While I was young, I did not have the eye to identify certain qualities to say, oh, we need to attack this, not bypass that. No, we need to attack this because that right there is going to show up, or that monster is going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And as your partner, that's where you can lean on me. And I can lean on you.
Now you know what you want.
No, for sure.
Okay. Now you know what you want. Tell us what that looks like to you.
Now I know not just what I want. I think for each and every man, it's verbalizing what you want. And that's the issue. Because being around men for a long time in the sport of football, you get to see different sides. You get to see the strong warrior that takes the field on Sundays, but then in the locker room, man, this silly joker. Look at this dude, man. And the fun-loving guy that always gets a bad rap. And it's like, that's not who he is, but that's the character.
Right.
And then you always hear these things about, man, she just don't get me.
Yeah.
But you've been married for 7 years.
Yeah.
But like, what's so hard to just tell your significant other, your girlfriend, your fiance, your wife, that, hey, you're not happy, and here's why. Man, she not gonna understand, bro. And it's easy for you to say you ain't married. I said, I respectfully take a step back.
Yeah.
But those issues still are there. So for me growing up, I was working towards bypassing the things because, man, she was fine. Or, man, we didn't know how to, and I want to say this right. We didn't know how to properly discuss our issues.
Right.
Without it becoming a fight.
Right.
And this is the thing, too. Not until recently, when I say recently, within the last 2 years,
Okay.
that I was able to verbalize without sex.
Yes. Okay. Emotional language often comes difficult for men.
Yes.
We were not encouraged to have emotional language. We were encouraged to suck it up and take it like a man and shut your mouth.
Right.
And so breaking through those barriers, I totally get it. But I'm wondering, do you realize that I just gave you a chance for millions of people perhaps to, or at least thousands to see, what your Cinderella looks like, and you didn't describe her?
I have her.
You have her.
Yes.
You have her now.
Like I'm in a relationship.
Oh.
I'm in a committed relationship. And I see,
And you feel like this is one.
it is the one.
It is the
I'm
one.
not going nowhere else.
Oh.
My fighting power.
Congratulations.
No, thank you. But this is the thing. So I can hear the comments now that's going to say, but why you ain't marry her? See, those type of things for me, it's still a journey. Because for me, I need to have full conviction.
How long is it going to take you?
I don't know. When are you going to see your maker?
I'm enjoying talking to you.
No, I love where we're at.
Yeah.
I promise you I love where we're at.
Yeah.
Certain things, and I think that's what church does.
Yeah.
They weaponize
Yeah.
certain things and forces you to do certain things, and you may not be ready.
Right.
And my grandmother would say, it don't take that long to do nothing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is the discussions that I have with my father.
But see, I'm not talking to you as a bishop. I'm not talking to you as a pastor. I'm talking to you as a person. I want to know who you are. We all get dressed and we spray cologne that doesn't stay long. We use deodorant that fades away. We get our hair done, but it grows back. We brush our teeth, but our breath stinks. So I want to know what's up under there. Chapter number 4, wearing mask. What's up under there? What's up under there? The resilience that made you survive. For example, I read about the car wreck you had at the height of your career. You've won all these trophies, the Heisman trophies. You've made a name for yourself for many teams. You've been in NFL. You've lived the dream. Then you get a car wreck that was so devastating, you end up crawling out the back window. I wanted to meet the guy that refused to die in the car and crawled out the back window and got himself to some help. I am fascinated by that. I wanted to meet the guy that refused to end his career, even though it was eventually cut short. Okay. And the normal path and trajectory of people who played the role that you played in football, you were denied that. I wanted to meet the guy that withstood the bigotry that exists in sports and in the NFL and how you had to maneuver through all of that. And I'm meeting him. So I'm grinning because that's who I wanted to meet. I didn't want to have a conversation with you from a pulpit. That's why I'm doing a talk show. That's why I'm doing a podcast, so that I can meet you where you are without the preconceived idea of what I think, because we all have masks and the preconceived of what you think. I want you to tell me where you are, what you feel at your age. Yep. And I want to tell you that 10 years from now, you will disagree with half of the stuff you said now.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So if you make a decision, the hardest thing about marriage is you're picking somebody at one stage that you got to stick with
and choose. In every stage.
At every stage. And you don't know what they're going to be. And you don't know if they're going to get kidney disease. And you don't know if they're going to get cancer. And you don't know if they're going to end up with one leg. And you don't know if you're going to end up with one leg. You don't know if you're going to end up impotent. You have to make that decision. So there has to be something deeper than superficials that tie you together. And she also has to be a woman that can put up with baby mama drama and put up with other kids and pick up your philanthropic side of you. I read about you. I did my homework. So there's the philanthropic side of you. There's the adoptive side of you. There's the loving side of you. There's the fighting side of you. There's the warring side of you. There's the relentless, tenacious side of you. When you look at all of those different parts of you and you got to marry one person, what skill sets do they need to be able to accommodate those 10 people that are sitting in that chair? There's 10 people sitting in that chair at least that I can see, and I just met you. So if we spend some time together, I might find 25. Okay.
I hope you don't find all of them.
No, I'm not saying you're bipolar. No personality disorder. I'm saying that.
Well, I'm bipolar and shit. I see a lot of different versions of me, and I see it even in my kids, yo. So I know I'm bipolar. The shit be crazy to me, but let's start off like this. This shit probably gonna be backwards, y'all. I apologize for this. Like, I don't know how I even label this shit backwards, but so like when I'm reading and I'm listening to Cam talk, right, on that video, that clip alone, a lot of people will say he's controlling and is a narcissist, and I promise you, he might be. Shit, I in my world, bro, like, as like being a single father or just being the head of household, I had to check myself a lot of times because I know I could be a lot of controlling, and I like the power that comes with certain things, right? I never been married, right? But a lot of my homies are married. Like, I sit back and literally be like, damn, like a lot of my homies are married. And for them to even have me around, to me, just shows the testimony of, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of married men don't hang around a lot of single men. Like their wife don't even like that shit. I ain't had motherfuckers that have switched up on me because of shit like this. You feel me? Because I've had these talks where they be trying to get me to be like this couple thing. They want to be a couple, like me having a girl, so they can be chill and they can, like, we could do this together. I'm like, man, fuck y'all. Because at the end of the day, I got homies that come to me and we have discussions, and they wives or whatever, they know, bro, I don't even play no cheating game with them. So I don't play those type of games. But back to Cam. He said he had, like, Cam grew up in a 2-parent household, and you'll hear in one of these clips, you know, his parents, church parents, his dad, his granddaddy on his mom's side was the one that got his dad and taught his dad about the pastor life and all the stuff that comes with it, right? Cam, you know, and he's the middle child. A lot of times the middle child don't get as much attention, but from what he said, the attention was shared through all. So I think with Cam, a lot of things, when you growing up as a church kid, you get sheltered, like you get closed off to the world and how shit really is. And the attention that you're getting now when you get into this world is a lot of time what our parents be trying to keep us from. My mom was a Jehovah's Witness, and I've spoke about this plenty of times. And I understand a lot of the things she was trying to keep me away from, but as a single mother, I know there's only so much she could do. And after a while, you know what I mean, she's human. I understand that from her point of view. She had her own life and she was confused by a lot of things too. And I, as a man, she couldn't teach me how to be a man, right? So I didn't really see the marriage thing, even though I wasn't born out of wedlock. My father wasn't around. They got a divorce when, you know what I mean, when I was young. He wasn't around. Long story short, you know what I mean. But when I listen to Cam, something is he's running away from marriage in a way where he might not even want it, bro. Like a lot of men don't grow up and want that, even if they're in the same household. Like if they see it, some do enjoy it. Like some see it and be like, "This is what I want," and some see it and be like, "This ain't what I want. This shit a little boring." Like you just hear, you know what I mean? Like this shit a little boring. Ain't no in the position that Kim is in. Kim is probably more successful and has a lot more money than his father. None to say that don't make a difference. I mean, that shouldn't be the end of deciding of, you know, being married or not. But when you into like that industry life of sports or whatever it is, bro, and you got different females coming at you and the temptation, and you've been sheltered from this for so long, if you haven't been taught how to mentally control yourself, your like control your dick, you get lost in that world, bro. And as you can see, he got a lot of goddamn kids, right? I was on that verge of having a lot of kids, right? Like, believe me, I was on that verge. I grew up. I grew up in a way though that's different than Kim. I've been getting attention from females since I was young, like, and I've been outside since I was young. I'm pretty sure Kim wasn't outside until he probably got to college, if that. Or he might not even been able to, you know what I mean? Like if you look at the Kim and a lot of the interviews, even when he was at Auburn, the way he spoke and everything, he was a pastor's child. You could see it in him. I don't know. I want testimony to his car accident changing anything. I don't know about like that changing anything. I don't feel like that changed anything. But a lot of men are scared of marriage, bro. A lot of men are scared of commitment, and he keeps saying verbal language, nigga. Let's be honest, you just don't know how to communicate without putting your dick into some pussy. Like you don't know how to express yourself without putting some dick, like having sex. I was like that. Like the only way I would open up is during sex. And so I had to learn myself and learn how to literally communicate. Now I pay attention to the point I could communicate so well that I aggravate a female. You get what I'm saying? Like you get to that point and you grow. Now I'm younger than Cam, and everybody hit they peak or their age at a different time. Like I said, I've been outside for a long time. I don't have to justify shit because if you watch any of my old clips with my homies, with CJ, Q, Jared, they'll tell you how I am with females. They've been around me all my life. Shit, even Nate known me since first grade, and like you know how I am. Like they've seen me go through females. All my homies seen different shit with me, and I think a lot of time that traumatized me. Where I even now, man, I was like having a situation on Facebook where I seen a female post something, and I just be feeling like, damn, so you told me something totally different. And every time we talk about this situation, you tell me something different. But I see you posting this shit, and I've seen you on vacation with niggas, and it's like I can't, like we cool, but I can't even trust what you tell me. So I had that problem with females where it's like I interacted with the wrong type of females, and Cam might have felt that way too. You feel me? It look like, and you'll see in the other videos that his first baby mama really scarred him in a way. But in some type of way, man, Cam has got to find a way to learn how to communicate how he's feeling and not just expressing your way through sex, because it's not gonna get no better. It's like that shit ain't gonna work, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just not gonna work. And a lot of men with money be fearing like a woman is gonna only in it. Do you really love me for me, or are you just in it because I got money? Do you really know me? Do you really want to be with me? Like if I lose this shit all today, would you still want me? And he would have to ask himself that question too, because not every female age is fine wine. That's just real shit. Like not every female age is as fine wine. You feel me? They all go through things. We all go through things. Shit, I went through a situation. I've said it before. I lost half of my colon in 2021 during COVID. I was hospitalized. I almost lost my life. So that's a traumatizing situation too that comes with me. I feel like as people watch and see the type of man I am, I still feel like people don't accept me for who I am. And I feel like with me having the like custody of my kids, I feel like that scared females away. Like this is something me and Q used to talk about, and he like that's one nigga who understood it, what I was saying. But then my bro Jared, he understand it from a point of view of just being married and understanding what a black woman would do for me. And when I talk to him, I definitely understand that, because it's not, I promise you, it's days that I would love to have a wife by my side. I wish I got married. Like, we got to stop basing marriage off what the Bible says and this and then how we feel. Some people do the common law. Like, everything don't have to be, and that's the thing, bro. We base shit off of certain things, like we gotta have the biggest wedding, or we gotta go to the like this honeymoon and this shit. I support all the people. Bro, like the people that go down to the courthouse and really just go get married because they love each other. That to me, bro, I respect that a lot, because it's not even about the wedding. It's not about trying to show off this big ass ring. It's like you just really love this person. You really want to be committed to this person. So I feel that, man. I'm gonna play this next video, y'all.
Now everywhere is a battlefield.
Hello, family. I want to welcome you to Next Chapter with TD Jakes. We've got a very, very special show for you today. I think you're going to really enjoy this episode, be informed, be inspired, and be renewed. Today's guest is a true cultural icon, a Carolina Panthers, Auburn, and Atlanta legend whose swagger, style, and spirit redefined a position. A co-host on BET and 106 in Sports, an analyst on ESPN First Take, and a powerhouse content creator and media entrepreneur behind, I guess I can say this, Funky Friday and 4th and 1, an NFL superstar turned media personality and a devoted father. Please welcome Cam Newton. Thank you. Great to have you on the show. Let me tell you, everybody had been telling me, yeah, he's a PK, he's a PK, he's a PK. But they didn't tell me that you was from a hand clapping, foot stomping.
Oh no, Pentecostal.
Yeah.
I'm talking about old, deep rooted South. My father actually got his learning or studied the word up under my mother's father.
Okay.
They met in Savannah and at Savannah State University, and Bishop Talmadge was my grandfather's name.
Wow.
And he took my father in and gave him the word and taught him ministry, and he took it from there. So when I say church.
Yeah, on the hardwood floor where you can hear the jumper. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So being in the position of football where, you play on Sundays.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch NFL football growing. I didn't have the time. So,
right.
You got the 8:00 service, then the hosting family after the main service, and then you come back. Smell of sweet
potato pie and fried chicken in the back of the church. I grew up the same way. The exact same way.
Well, it should be fun.
Yeah. So I can deeply relate. I can almost see the church, okay? Absolutely. So I can deeply relate to it. A little small church, not a big church, little tiny church. But, everybody knew everybody. Everybody knew everybody else's business.
Yeah.
And we had church. We had church old school. So I'm very, very excited to talk to you today and watch your journey. Your journey is like Six Flags. I mean, you had so many different experiences, so many different things that I want to get into, as many of them as I can today, and share them with you. I really got some things that I think are important. Chapter number 1, Pentecostal upbringing. How do you think your church background informed or detracted from your sports career?
Ah, man. I think the religion of being a Christian gave me my foundation of life.
Okay.
And that's the great. And if I'm keeping it funky, there are some things I wish I could unlearn about that transition too. I heard once that said, my religion taught me how to live, but my religion also taught me how to judge. And I think when you're talking about what would Jesus do, and all those type of principles that, you know, you hear those mothers of the church say, that ain't of God.
Right.
Certain things, the curious, you know, child or the curiosity in me was like, but why though?
Yeah.
And it was never answered to some degree.
Right.
So as I grew, you know, having that foundation of knowing right from wrong, but still being curious to a degree. And that's pretty much where, you know, and who I am. It's like, I don't judge. I try to find the merit, the logic behind everybody. I think one of the most interesting, classes that I've ever took while studying sociology was a religion class, because that was the first time I got to look at other religions, not to join, but just to see the perspective.
Yeah.
As a person of Islam, as, you know, Buddhism, Hinduism, and Catholic and certain things. And it gave me so much perspective.
Absolutely.
And I needed that.
Yeah.
And so do other people need that, because I think that there's a great divide in religion, spirituality. So I'm the curious cat, so to speak, that always asks the question of why, and it is benefited me more times than not with the spirit to understand, not to judge.
Was it hard growing up a preacher's kid?
No, it wasn't. I think a lot of, you know, that's the cultural kind of, oh, he a preacher's kid. He the worst one.
Yeah.
I had a lot of personality. I did not lack that.
Yeah.
And it was hard for me to get embarrassed. But I think I come up in a church that you had to memorize
Yes.
your Easter speech.
And get up and speak it.
You know, you couldn't have the luxury of
No, you couldn't read it.
Roses are red, violet, something. No, you had to memorize it.
Yeah.
You know, the youth teacher gave you your speech on the Sunday leading up until Easter Sunday, and you had to memorize it. And
yeah, you had to sit in the kitchen and practice it for your mother over and over again. Get ready for, yep, I know it. Yeah.
Slow down.
Yeah.
People in their eyes.
Yeah.
And, you know, as I learn and as I grow, it's crazy because I use my platforms of Funky Friday, 4th and 1. When you see me as talent on ESPN First Take, when you see me, you know, BET of 106 in Sports, that's my ministry.
Right.
That's my opportunity to lure people to the degree I've never been, you know, shy about who I am or what I represent. I've given my life over, you know, to Jesus Christ. He is the head of my life. And those type of things is like, well, it looks a little different, you know, but I know where my heart is. So, ironically enough, growing up in church was my first initiation to public speaking.
Okay.
So that was just, was extremely comfortable for talking and just being jovial in front of people and just feeling comfortable.
So you grew up in front of crowds.
Yes,
That's nothing new for you.
No.
You felt natural, felt comfortable in being in that situation.
Right.
But it's a big difference between a church crowd and a football crowd.
For sure.
Okay. And the emphasis is on what you're doing and how you're acting and how you're performing and all the rehearsals. See, I also pastored several of the Cowboys. So I got a front row seat at what it was like to be in the NFL. Yeah. I saw all the girls waiting in the back, you know, lined up on both sides.
Just pray for us, Pastor.
Yeah. I know. I saw all of it. Okay. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
So, but it is an amazing thing that a lot of our young men aspire to be. What advice would you give to those young men who aspire to cross that divide and go into that area?
Well, nothing that's worth having will be given easily.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of distractions, temptations, hindrances in any walk of life.
Right.
And when you add in stardom,
Yes.
plus financial freedom,
Right.
that could be the recipe to, a demise to the greatest
Yes.
of strong individuals. But as long as you are rooted in what your purpose is,
right.
Oftentimes it's a funny story because I always knew right from wrong. I just didn't do right all the time.
Right.
And it was crazy that my highlights when I was in the NFL, was like, that's a national kind of platform. And I remember on my bye week, I went back to church because we had a free Sunday. And one of the mothers pulled me aside to say, Cammy, now I read your lips on one of the touchdowns that you said. That's not Jesus, baby. And now, I wanted to be respectful because it's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. But it was one of those things that that was some of the pressures.
Yeah.
Trying to be a certain type of way, but also staying true to who you are. And everybody sees the transition that, man, I remember he was just that knucklehead.
You know what's so crazy about that situation? I didn't grow up in church, right? But I've been to church a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot, but I've been to church. And I remember going as a youngin' when I went to Texas. And you go to the mega churches, man, you just see certain shit and how shit go down and how, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I never was drawn to that lifestyle. Even when I was in the Kingdom Hall, like, as a Jehovah's Witness. And Jared will tell you this, and I've talked to him about this shit all the time. What's just crazy is because when Cam said he was speaking in front of, the congregation at the church, I had to do the same thing as a youngin' in the Kingdom Hall at one time. But it wasn't me actually wanting to do it. It was really about force. And I remember Jared was like, man, I seen your ass with that suitcase, and I ain't even like your ass for real. Which was crazy. Now that's my brother. You feel me? But him saying that is crazy because he grew up in church and stuff like that. And what's crazy, when we was in the Kingdom Hall and just certain stuff, we were like, he was really the only person, like male friend that I had in the Kingdom Hall that I really stayed, like, that was really like, I had maybe one or two more, right? But like kids from the Jehovah's Witness, like that was Jehovah's Witness, I didn't really rock with them. Still to this day. Like it might be one more, like, and as a female, and like me and her, not even as close as we used to be. Like, we was close growing up, but we not as close as we used to be. But, and I'm not even gonna speak on her name, but like I used to tell him, like, bro, I ain't never fit into that world. And I knew at a young age I ain't fit into that world. I questioned every goddamn thing. And the kids just seemed fake to me. Because they was trying to live, a life that, they was sneaking and doing shit behind their parents' back. I didn't really, after a while, I ain't have to sneak and do nothing. Like, it was just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's different. So, when you growing up, and these are like real strict religions. You get what I'm saying? Like, the same way he probably would, his family was strict in church all the time. Like, he said he couldn't even watch NFL Sunday football. I remember going to the Falcon game, going to the Kingdom Hall, then going to the Falcons game, man, and shit like that. Just that experience was a lot for me. But bro, I didn't fit into that world, bro. Like, I never did. Even with now, like, I don't really speak to nobody. Like, even when we used to have, they used to have, me and Jared used to go to the park with them sometimes. But I also remember, and this is where I think a lot of my like animosity towards them, the brothers, came from, where they knew we was kids without fathers, right? And they'll tell us they'll come get us, they're gonna come get us, and we'll be waiting, they'll never come. And as a kid, you don't understand that shit. Like, you just like, motherfuckers tell you something and they don't come, it turns into anger, and you look at them differently. And I remember telling one brother, I was like, man, my mama never met my father. She would have never been a Jehovah's Witness. Cause my mama didn't grow up as a Jehovah's Witness. She grew up in the church. My grandma was like that in the church. You feel me? So like, I wouldn't say she was like that in the church, but my grandma was like, you know what I mean? Like she was raised and she believed in the church and all that stuff. And then my auntie right now, she Catholic. So everybody got their own beliefs and stuff like that. But I definitely get where Kim is coming from with that, how strict. But like, I never was like that, bro. And it's funny now, like with my auntie on my sperm donor side, like I didn't even know how strong they was as far as like them growing up as Jehovah's Witness. Now they Jehovah's Witness and stuff like that. But that's just like, you know what I mean, to each his own when it comes to religion and everything like that. I don't really want to get religious like that, but it's just funny to me, man. Even when we used to go to the park, and I wonder if Jared watched this shit, he'll know what I'm talking about. Like we used to go to the park and play football and stuff like that with them, bro. But it just, to me, was never the same. Like when we played football with them, it was different than when we played football growing up in the hood, where we grew up at. The shit was totally different. Even the way we talked, the way our animals, and then after a while, we stopped going. We was just chilling in the hood. Like we were just chilling outside all day with everybody else after a while. And that environment, man, I don't know, man. I just felt more in. Like I connected better. Unfortunately, it took like that at that time. I felt more better. Now, mind you, I probably should have stayed my ass inside because it caused a lot of trauma from me. But it also taught me a lot of things to become the man I am today. Even though I had to change a lot of things, I did learn a lot of values from that shit. You feel me? So, and even when I went to church, the best thing I promise you about church that I like is that we got to eat right afterwards. You don't eat at the Takina Hall. You got like they had food after that. Not all the time, but they had food. But going to church on goddamn Wednesday, Sunday school, they send you at the Sunday school, and then you go on the Bible, like all that shit. Bobby like, man, nigga, nah, bro. Let me play this other video.
Now,
bad y'all, wrong video.
On,
Yeah.
cut your iron on, and your iron cast.
Okay.
I think for me, growing up in church, my expectations of what marriage looked like was pristine.
Yeah.
Sister so and so and brother so and so, we were not privy to what their issues was amongst their household.
Right.
That's what the adults protected and shielded the children from.
Right.
We just stopped seeing sister so-and-so,
Right,
or brother so-and-so.
right.
As you start to grow, you start to realize it's like, well, sister so-and-so still here, and she just brought another brother so-and-so.
Right.
What brother so-and-so at?
Right.
You still, hey, y'all don't really know what's going on. I say all that to say, now when you take a step back from spirituality, religion,
Right.
and you go into the world, and the people that you look up to or you look at and you start to be around,
Right.
and you start to say, y'all's values of marriage ain't the same that I was used to.
Right.
Wasn't I tripping, or is y'all tripping? So,
Or is part of the education of the child to learn conflict resolution and how to survive imperfect situations.
Oh, yes.
See, because I think that you do your children an injustice if you create this Ozzie and Harriet life for them, and then they go out into the real world and find out that doesn't really exist.
Right.
Some of the strength, inner strength of your inner being comes from the conflict and what went wrong, not what I learned more about what went wrong in my life than by what went right.
For sure.
I learned strength. I learned survival techniques. I learned forgiveness. I learned when you've had enough and you need to walk away. All of those things I learned either through my own experiences or watching my parents work through their experiences. My father was a kidney patient. He died when I was 16. I watched my mother take care of him. I watched him have good days and I watched him have bad days. I watched him run his fists through a wall. I found out that having uniformity came at a great price, and that you had to suck up some of your individualism and some of your attitudes and some of your feelings for the betterment of the whole. I tell people, I've been married 43 years, and I tell people we are married today because we believed in something bigger than ourselves. And that is to say that marriage requires that you stop being selfish in order for the good of the whole. And not everybody is mature enough to come into that selflessness so that you can create that environment of safety for everybody. And when I think about you, I'm guessing, because this is my first time meeting you, but when I think about you...
It's our second. I'll tell you the first.
Oh, really? Oh, we got to talk about that. Okay. When I think about you, the thing that really trips me out about you, it's hard to date as an athlete.
I was going to let you finish. But you said a certain amount of maturity.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I would say also, people are in relationships for the wrong reasons.
Right.
I talk to people for a living.
Right.
And it's my job to evoke emotion. I'm going to stab, twist, I'm going to rub, I'm going to, console you, I'm going to tell you certain things, and I'm also going to study and observe you. And I realize a marital vow comes from religion. All the principles of how to find a virtuous woman comes from religion and scripture. But why is that we only cutting out certain pieces of the Bible to just fix our lifestyle when we're not applying the other things that God wanted us to do? So in essence,
does that drive you away?
No, it doesn't drive. No. It doesn't drive me away. What it tells me is that I have to make sure that I'm making a sound decision. I can't fall victim to a person that doesn't have my same principles, because knowing that same whisper of that's not of God, but why?
Would it have been easier to find companionship
without money?
Come on here. Well, you took it right out of my mouth. When you were broker, were you more sure that they were into you for you?
Yes.
It's part of the problem and the reluctance coming from the fact that now you can never be sure the why, behind whether they are with you for a payday.
Yes.
Or whether they're with you for the prestige. Or the rooms they get to go into, and you have to go back in your mind and wonder what's the real reason.
And this is the thing, Bishop. You won't find out until it's too late.
Yeah.
So when a person questions my marital thoughts, it's not that I have an issue with marriage. I've been in the situation to understand this. My desire of marriage is not greater than my fear of divorce. Because when I come into a situation and I start to say like, yo, I'm just this, church going individual and marriage is supposed to be here. Then I go into a situation where people in my locker room are married on Sundays, but on Fridays they sing. Hold on, bro. What y'all say y'all at?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna meet you. Hold on. But that's not just the whole thing. There's a vow that most people do say when they do get married under the Christian law.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Okay.
So as I study that and I start to realize like, yo, people who are couple goals, people who are showing off their ring before they even understand truly their partner, and is their partner battle tested?
Well, when you look at marriage, marriage has gone through several iterations. It's gone through polygamy, biblically. It's gone through polygamy. It's gone through many, many changes in terms of what we require of arranged marriages. Countries solve problems by marrying the daughter from this side, the prince from that side, solve political conflicts. We have had a lot of iterations of marriage and a lot of marriage that was different from what we are going through now. My question to you is this. if you can't feel safe marrying someone for their motives about you, your finances, your wealth and success, would you feel more comfortable if they were wealthy and successful and didn't need what you had? No, you don't want that.
Because I have that dynamic now.
You don't want that.
See, the thing about people love to assume.
Yeah.
Like they love to say, oh, just because you're married, you just are selfish.
Yeah.
No, I practice marital, displays and situations in my house.
Yeah.
Right? With all due respect of our relationship. I'm not just out here coming in whenever I want to.
Right.
I'm not just allowing her, or she's not just allowing me to do certain things. When we have the children, we do marital bylaws and principles.
Do you think an upwardly progressive woman couldn't do that?
What I'm saying is the issue now becomes not with the expectation of marriage, it's all the surrounding antics government-wise.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
That's like, yo.
Prenups, agreements, lawyers.
It's not to say that it makes it awkward. It's just like, if we were to get married under holy matrimony, and the Bible does give perfect depictions of what will come under God's eyes as an acceptable reason to divorce.
Why are you so adamant about that, but you weren't adamant about having the kids?
That, for me, was something that I thought I was building towards it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, the thing about my transition, like I said, knowing right from wrong but not doing right, that was one of those things.
But yeah, I get that. I'm not judging that. I'm saying that you are almost military about it when it comes to marriage.
No, I'm not. We haven't had a discussion about having children before marriage.
Yeah.
We just had a discussion before marriage.
So I'm asking,
Yes.
how did you reconcile in your mind, spreading your seed in other places that you don't have the commitment and not giving your child, giving them your attention?
I had this talk with my brother too all the time, bro. And this is somebody I've known since I was 14 years old. I watched him go through 2 marriages. I watched him go through a lot. He was watching me grow from the young little hothead little boy, always, being like balling him and shit like that, to the man I am today, where he even takes advice from me. So I marriage, and then marriage wasn't something that was like literally taught in my household, and I don't believe in a lot of black communities. I'll point this out too, right? Think about this. Most kids, like I even had this talk with my kids, a lot of kids get like talked about if they got both parents. Like they make fun of because they got both parents. That's how fucked up the black community is. Marriage is not something that's promoted, not even in a good way, bro. Marriage is promoted in a way where it's like, hey man, that bitch gonna take your money to make us sign a prenup. Hey man, you gotta be careful, man. These hoes ain't loyal type vibe. You feel me? Like I've had this discussion with my bro CJ, where like we was all on this, me, CJ, Nate, and my homie Michael. And Michael's married. You feel me? And I always, like I said, one of my homies is married, bro. But I told him, like, bro, I grew up around niggas that like was moving in and out. Like I always thought having multiple baby mama was the thing. Cause nobody told you, like no rapper, nobody told you shit about the drama that comes with it. A lot of motherfuckers don't tell you what comes with it because they don't take care of their motherfucking kids. It just look cool. Cause you know what I mean? You got multiple, like it's an image thing. It's an ego thing, right? So if you're not man enough to check your ego and check your pride and check and see, like you could still be a leader and be able to take a step back. Like I think sometimes as leaders we feel like we gotta always be in the lead, we gotta be the alpha, but shit, we don't know everything. You got what I'm saying? Like why have this person? Why not? I feel like the right woman will even make you a better leader, a better man. But you have to be willing. You know what I mean? A lot of us want to be, you know what I mean, the general, but a lot of us don't want to go through the process of being a soldier. And it's hard, you feel me? But you can't just go from thinking, you know what I mean? It's a process. We go from boys to men. A lot of us just still boys, especially in the mindset. Physically, we're men, but in the mindset, we're boys. So a lot of times we have to think about us inside of what we've been taught. And what's so crazy is even if we have Cam, like I said, Cam had a mom and a dad in the household, and he still, you know what I mean, seemed like he's running away from something. So it was something that really bothered him that he's seen that it's just like he can't commit to that. And I get it. Like a lot of times, just because we got both parents in the house doesn't mean that everything's okay. And it might be. It might not be for us. You get what I'm saying? Like everything's not meant for everybody. Just because the person you bring this child into this world and they have part of your DNA doesn't mean they're you. Even if they got similarities of you, they are their own person. And a lot of times, if the father might not be able to teach you everything because they might not even learn everything. A lot of times they just pass on what they know. They never check what should have been checked, or they never retaught themselves new things to make sure the next generation is better. And that's crazy because niggas be reading the Bible, but the Bible also tells us that we need to leave the next generation better than what we was taught. And motherfuckers do not do that at all. That's where I think Cam is coming from, where a lot of Christianity should be just hypocritical and shit like that. Like they love to read the Bible, but they don't practice what they preach. Shout out Barry White. And it's just like, that was my thing, man. I had so many questions. I seen so many things, so many hypocritical shit. And it's like, bro, it disgusted me. Like, my mom got this fellowship, bro. And that's when, you know, you go through, you get back, like I don't even feel like getting into that, but like when you get this fellowship, people like, you're not supposed to talk to the people in the congregation no more. As Jehovah's Witness, not congregation no more. They can't talk to you. They can't communicate with you. And I always felt like that was the most craziest shit. And my mom might feel some way of me saying it, but I just do, because like that's when you need somebody the most, when you're going through it. And we're being like, I don't believe God would allow that or want that. You feel me? Like, I don't even believe that. It was people sinning back then. Hell, I don't remember them cutting motherfuckers off. I don't remember Jesus cutting off nobody. Nobody. And a lot of things, like I said, bro, like I don't even believe, like the J was added into the alphabet, bro. Like I don't believe his name was Jesus. I believe his name was something else. I believe the story was rewritten so many times that they only took parts and made the shit verifiable and controlling to them. And a lot of us are just questioning what we've been taught. But I don't want to get into that. But I do understand a lot of things, like I said, where Cam is coming from, where it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, this marriage wasn't something that was given to little boys. Like, that's not, when you look at it, like when we play house, bro, like that's a girl thing. Like a girl wants the kid, the family, the home, and shit like that. The man, that ain't something that we grew up doing, that we wanted. Like, man, we ain't even talk about it. We ain't never sit around and be like, man, I can't wait to get married one day to shorty. Like, that's not something we talked about. That wasn't in our thing. And it's crazy. My youngest son was watching The Shot one day, and he was like, Stephon was like, Dad, she cheating on her husband. That's wrong. And I was so proud of him at that age, because like he was like 11 or 12 when he said it. And I'm like, bro, I was never thinking like that at your age. So for you to know that that's wrong, I commend you. So I don't know where his head is. His mindset it would be, he might want to get married. He's never even seen me married. So I hope, like I tell my kids, be better than me, bro. Because I wish I would have gave y'all both a mom and dad in a home. Now I'm just trying to make up and do the best that I can while I can. Because I created this dysfunctional situation. And that's what Karen has to admit. Bro, at the end of the day, you made these your baby mamas, dog. Ain't nobody tell you to nut in these females. You could have used the condom. You ain't nut in them multiple times. So a lot of times, her emotion, her feelings is gonna be different than yours, dog. Because especially if you created a new family. She gonna always feel like that was supposed to be her. And you gotta take accountability and swallow your ego and understanding from her point of view. And not only that, thinking about like, man, I ain't gonna say I'm perfect. And I know my kids, they used to be like, Dad, I want you to know at least just get along and try to communicate with our mom. And I'd be like, man, fuck no. But then I thought about it, I was like, man, damn, I created this mess. You feel me? Like, I at least could give it an opportunity to fix this shit and do right by it and not just be doing it just to be doing it, just actually try to fix this shit. Cause it's like, bro, ain't nobody asked for me to be like, she didn't like, it was my, like, this is my thing. I created this mess. And no matter how good it looks, I still have to take accountability for what I've created. So a lot of time, man, we don't, as men, we don't like to swallow our ego. We don't like to swallow our pride because it make us feel weak inside or make us feel weak. But at the end of the day, man, he's gonna have to look himself in the mirror and really look at it, because you got multiple, like, well, you got 9 kids, you got daughters, and you got sons. You're not gonna want a male to treat your daughter how you treating their mom, and you're not gonna want your sons to be like you out here just creating all these kids and shit like that, and now you can't even be in their household. Now they going through the same thing you going through. Because if you know what you going through, why would you want that for your kids? That's why I tell my kids now, like, bro, you get married. Don't have kids out of wedlock, because I don't want y'all to be up banging your head on the wall like I was about y'all because I couldn't see y'all because somebody took y'all away from me. Now I gotta pay all these fucking lawyers who full of shit just to get y'all back. Just so I could be in your life. Some niggas, I know niggas right now that be like, man, fuck that shit. I'll wait till y'all get grown. But who's to say that day will come? We don't know that. We just hoping and wishing, dog. Like, we all got an expiration date, knock on wood, but who's to say that day will come, bro? And who's to say, that our kids will understand? Not everybody understand, that parents are human, and, sometimes you have a bitter baby mama, sometimes you just got a sorry goddamn baby daddy. I think the parents need to take accountability. A lot of time I see this with black women, they like to say, oh, we didn't know that nigga was sorry. Yes, the fuck you did. You just ignored it. Because you so delusional and you think you're always fucking right. Instead of, you like to play the blame game, the victim game. You don't take a moment to say, my pussy attracted this sorry ass nigga. 1, 2, I let this sorry ass nigga fuck raw when I could have told this nigga, no, we're gonna use a condom. 3, I'm pretty sure this wasn't a one-time just thing, even though babies can happen. Y'all was fucking, y'all was in a relationship, so I'm pretty sure the signs was there. You over fucking look it, because a lot of times black women think they could change you. And the only person that could change you is you. And that's the sad part, bro. Our community, and motherfuckers want to listen to Beyonce talk about single lady when this bitch is married. Like, you got to think about it. Sierra might be the only one that's showing y'all how this shit probably was supposed to go. But all this other shit, bro, all this, like, even Glow, fuck nigga free, and now she booed up. Like, you have to think, bro, this, like, the shit that was going inside our head, the music is like another fucking translation of a Bible. And you take that shit with you. You take that energy, you take that vibration, that frequency in you, and you like the goddamn, that's how you be feeling. You be ready. That's why I stay away from ratchet assholes. I hate them. I don't give a damn how y'all feel. I can't stand. Maybe I'm just traumatized by that shit. I don't like emotional females that have to yell and all that shit. I be talking to my sis Shay, Q baby mama. I be like, bro, both y'all wrong. Why y'all always yelling at each other? You know what I mean? Back like certain shit like that. Y'all gotta stop yelling and be able to communicate and talk. But the thing I love about her and the way she, like, when we, like, even when I'm talking, like, just listen, she listens. A lot of y'all don't listen, dog. You feel me? Like, 2 things could be right. Somebody could be right, somebody could be wrong. But listening is the hardest thing for certain people, bro. Let me get into the next video.
Complicated because you have things that you do on stage and you have to gear up to do it, and you have to be a certain kind of person to crawl out of a glass window in a car wreck that could have killed you and get back on the field and play again. I wanted to meet that person and find out who he is. There's something beating up under that sweater that is relentless, that is tenacious, that is able to maneuver through a system that does not always lend itself to a black quarterback being successful. After 105 years of the NFL, you've only got 35 people that are quarterbacks. And I called a friend of mine and told him I was going to interview you. He just died.
He rolled his eyes.
No, he went out like I was getting ready to interview Prince or somebody. He went absolutely crazy. He says that you are arguably the top 5 black quarterbacks in the world. That's what he said about you. Okay. That's what he said about you. Okay.
Give him a Bible for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
I will do that. I had this conversation last night, okay? And so he's schooling me, because I'm not into athletics like that. He's schooling me about who I'm dealing with, that I'm dealing with the Michael Jordan of football and all of this. He had all of these analogies to describe who you were. And I wanted to see who's up under there.
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
Well, the quality that she has to possess is grace. Because what I realized for so long, and was good at masking, still am good at masking, and I think anybody who is somebody is good at masking. Where does warriors go to weep?
Yeah.
Where does lions go to lie?
Okay.
Where do eagles go to cry?
Yeah.
And really kind of check your scars like, man, bro, they got me, dog. Oh my God, they got me. See, I couldn't do that publicly.
Yeah.
And when you at odds with a person that's supposed to recharge you, now everywhere is a battlefield.
Yeah.
So while I was growing up,
so get that.
Come on now.
Yeah,
so growing up fast and realizing that, bypassing all these things and saying like, above all, I realized I was hurt and I wasn't able to verbalize what hurt me. Now, if I can go back to that situation and I can honestly say, I don't want to point the finger, but baby, you hurt me. I was too prideful. I was too like, man, boy,
you make me mad.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need you, but I do need you.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't man, get out of here, but don't leave.
Yeah.
See, as a man,
abandonment
is, oh my goodness. For me growing up, I was the breadwinner. I was the cash cow. I was the man of my house, but always giving respect to my father as that, because he is still the most influential man or person on this earth. But even when he comes to me saying, son, I need your mom, I need your brother, I need your partner, I need everybody around you, I need, it forces you to grow up fast. So all that to say, when I was in relationships, having children, I was hurt, did not know how to verbalize my hurt. I was masking hurt with sex, and that was not getting to the nucleus of the situation. And now when you don't really say, hold on, I'm hurt, baby, before, no, don't kiss. Like, we need to sit down and
trauma bond.
Like, we need to talk.
Yeah.
Because what you said the other day when you was walking out the kitchen and you threatened me or you did, that hurt. I didn't know how to say it. I know it needed to be said. And even for her, I didn't think that the relationship that I was in, we were listening to understand. We were just listening to respond.
There's many things you said I totally relate to. One of the interesting things is when you have to mask or you feel the need to mask, you can be lonely in a crowded room.
Mm-hmm.
You can be laying in the bed and be by yourself. Mm-hmm. Because the real part of you, the part of you, not the part that's angry, the part that's really hurt, nobody gets to meet him. And that's the person that God wants. Mm-hmm. That's the person that a good woman wants. And sooner or later, that's the person that your kids want. But you spent all of your life masking that person. How do you unclothe him and still feel safe?
You know what's crazy? This may sound like the most toxic thing that any person ever said, but my children sees that person. And that's the only human beings on this earth mm-hmm. that I feel fully safe with. Mm-hmm. And there you go. My children see a soft side, the protector, the provider, the come on, son, don't do that, man. You got a frown face. Matter of fact, you get a green face today. Mm-hmm. Daddy'll go get you ice cream. Matter of fact, we'll go get you a dinosaur. No, you know what? Bump all that. We gonna go walk into the forest like you always like. Mm-hmm. You'll do that? Pinky promise.
Yeah.
Kiss it. Those things. Yeah. My children see that.
Yeah.
So it may not make sense to you. Y'all, I've identified early on that the only people that I can truly trust and gets the most vulnerable side of me is my children.
For right now.
For right now. I'm learning.
For right now.
Like I said.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But my lady has unlocked that for me.
Chapter 5, Fixing Relationships. When you talk about that hurt, and I so get that mm-hmm. feeling of being hurt and using anger to camouflage mm-hmm. it, because it's the easiest emotion for us to access. It's not just that they hurt you, there's been times you hurt them.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you ever go back to fix any of that? You stepped out on her, you broke her heart, yep. She really did love you.
Yep.
You realized that it took her 2 or 3 years. Maybe she's never gotten over you. Uh-uh. Did you go back to fix it? And if you did, tell men out there, how do you fix it when all hell breaks yeah. loose in your love relation or your marriage? Mm-hmm. What are the words, the emotional language that you say? Is it, I'm sorry? Is it, how do you fix it?
You know, the same thing that I said that my partner will need, the word that I use, mm-hmm. is the same way I handle important relationships that mean a lot to me, and that's through grace. Mm-hmm. See, I was raised in a way that at the time, she didn't even know that life exists.
Right. When
we first started dating, my first mother of my children, she didn't want this. She was just like, man, I just like the fact that I get you. Mm-hmm. But she already had a child, and I was willing to say, I will take you and everything that comes with mm-hmm. you. See, it came a point in time that was like, she kept just saying, I just want you. But the reality is,
I'm a package deal. Yeah, I get it.
And to understand that it was the complexity of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, but you like being that character. It's mm-hmm. like, no, I need to be that character for all of us. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to trick people. That's who I am. That's part of me. That's one of those 25 or 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think when you have the understanding to say, I did have a strong case of hurting somebody, mm-hmm. it takes time and it takes grace.
It takes a strong type of different type of bold man to fix his problem that he know that he fucked up in. I don't know if I fixed all mine. I've tried to do the best that I can to fix it. I think my baby mamas have a different type of respect for me. I know they do, like I said before, and I've grown to have a different type of respect for them because I know I see the growth in them. So we just have a different type of respect. Like if you know me, like, but I used to go wild on Facebook. Feel me? Like go wild and say shit. But even now, bro, you'll never know me and them going through something. Cause I don't talk about that, and I don't know what they talk about, but I don't talk about them. Feel me? So it's like I don't know, man. It's just a different type of you grow up. Like some people grow up, some people don't. But when he was talking about his kids seeing the vulnerable side of you, man, I definitely felt them on that one because my kids are the only one that really see it in me. You feel me? They see all sides of me. My kids see me break down. They see me go ham. They ain't see me. They seen all of me, yo. All of me. I want to say the only thing they really don't see is me. Like they don't see like the old Casanova type AJ. Like I don't promote that. I don't bring that shit around. They don't see me running in and out with different type of females and shit like that. They wouldn't even know it. They don't even think it. They ain't heard about it. You feel me? I'm pretty sure they like. I know them. I know my oldest two mom tell they ass shit that I don't be wanting them to know, but it is what it is. And then I know my son Stephon, he knows this shit, so they know and they knew how I was. They just don't see it. Cause that's not something I promote to them and I want to show them. You feel me? Like that's just not to me right. Like I always want to teach them the right way. And I feel like if I'm not doing the right thing, even though I'm not doing the right thing all the time, like, cause it goes back to this, bro. Like, and I say this all the time. People want the marriage and all this shit, but then it's like, bro, you ain't had kids out of wedlock. So it's like, we all sin and we ain't all done our thing, but we all come to grace and we come to a realization that, okay, we did wrong and shit like that, but who are we to judge? And a lot of time, man, with black males, and when we open up to females, the hardest thing with us, bro, is opening up. And once we open up, a lot of times, like I said before, and I've said this shit before, like, words hit, bro. I've been punched a lot in boxing. I think some of them words hit a lot harder than them goddamn punches. Cause it's not like, it's like when it's like almost like slime, bro. Like when you throw that bitch and it stick, it might slide, but it stick like a magnet, bro. Like, and it's like once you open up a scar, like, and you told them something that's very, very sensitive to you and very hurtful to you, and they use it against you, it's like you look at people the same. You different. You feel me? You look at and I'm shit. Hurt people. So if you try to hurt me, I'm like I said before, I'm gonna come back even 10 times harder. So I've learned to be really careful on how I talk, like, or just even how I open up to people and who I open up to. I really don't open up to females at all in a way where I'm telling you something that's really just like, unless I'm able to cope with this shit, I'm not gonna tell you it. Because I don't know what you might use against me one day, and when we get in an argument, like, and the shit, it's like, bro, that shit gets hurtful, bro. Like, we literally do shit to hurt each other, and that, like, we don't know how damaging that is. And to be able to, like, say, like, you opening up to that person is therapy, and they use that shit against you, you start questioning everything. Now you question therapy, you question all this bullshit, because it's like the person that you feel like you could trust the most with something deep and secret just used it against you. So why wouldn't somebody else use it against you? Why wouldn't somebody else try to hurt you? So like we have to get to a point where it's like we don't use our pain against each other to hurt each other. Like we have to be open. We have to learn to communicate, bro. Like we've been talking since I don't know what age, bro. Like we've been talking for a long time, since we was kids, bro. Being able, I don't know where the fuck we get where we not able to say how we're feeling, or even as a kid, we like say what you want, like say how you feel. when the fuck do we start not feeling like we could tell somebody how, like, where we cannot communicate? That's a lot of the problem in the black community too, where we cannot open up to each other. And I think that's the biggest problem. And you cannot be in a relationship, and you cannot be in a relationship thinking that sex is gonna help, like, get the emotion out or being able to connect, and they gonna understand you. Everybody ain't mind readers, dog. Majority of us ain't mind readers. So it's like, I had to even grow. I had to, like I said, find a way to be able to communicate and express how I'm feeling inside, so you'll understand it better. Because me spazzing out or me catching an attitude is really just me being emotional, and that's an emotional trait. And a lot of times our father is supposed to be the ones, to me, in my opinion, are the ones that are supposed to teach us how to control our emotions, and I feel like how to express it. But if they never been taught that, they've been sheltered and they've been taught to suck that shit up, no emotions, swallow that shit, all this bullshit, you learn an emotional damaging way of coping and copingism, and it's not only gonna fuck you up when you get to adult, it's gonna fuck you up in relationship, because it's gonna be to a point now where a female's like, you don't know how to open up and all this shit, and y'all just arguing and you walk away. And sometimes, bro, you walk away from a good situation, all she wants you to do is just talk. Like, talking sometimes is like the hardest thing, especially in the black community, black man world. We do not want to talk. I had to get on my shit. It's been times I hit up my bro Jerry, because I know he used to be like that. Shit, I used to be like that. A lot of us like that. Nate might be the only motherfucker that's gonna talk, that I know, that will talk, and he gonna tell you how he feel. But even when Q was around, bro, we used to have these conversations with three of us. Like, bro, we was so like, we don't really say how we feel, like, we going through things, like, we going through hard times, we too scared to ask each other for help. And it's like like how we was raised. When raising each other, it's like we was taught not to do that shit, and we killing ourselves off early by doing some shit and feeling like we can't lean on each other and help each other and get through this, bro. That's why I say, bro, I check on my brothers and try to, we check on each other. Even my older homie, like, too, and my big bro, like, man, don't talk like you would think like we was really blood. That's somebody I could literally just talk to about certain situations, man, that it's like, it's so crazy, and we just be laughing. Like, I don't know, man. I thank God for certain people that he brought into my life, even if it's through other people that I don't even deal with no more. Like, and they stayed around because he know I needed that person in my life to help guide me through and become the person I need. And hopefully I've done it some special type of, like, I've done some good in their life too. You know what I mean? Like, and I just want to say this, man, maybe marriage is not for everybody. You know what I mean? Because, like, as I think about the Bible, bro, like, what happened to, like, King Solomon having all these multiple wives? Or it's like, you know what I mean? Like, when did it just become single? Like you supposed to have one woman. I don't even think, like, I think it's other religions that, if you can afford multiple wives, you can have them. So, like, who points out to, like, this life where, like, okay, we just supposed to be with this person or this? I just feel like what best fit that person might fit that person, what might not. Like, everybody's different. Everybody's environment is different. Hell, growing up on the south side of Atlanta, growing up on the west side, east side, is totally different than you growing up in Peachtree City, or you growing up in Canton, or you growing up in Cobb County. Even though that shit all metro, like, some of this shit, majority of this shit is metro, each part is different. You in a different environment, you seeing different things, and the households are different. So the way we being taught is not all the same. So I get where he's saying that a lot of times people is judgmental, and they really don't even know what you even been through. All right, man, I got 2 more videos, then I'm like, 2 more clips, and I'm out.
Mention no honeymoon. The Bible ain't never mentioned the ring. The Bible ain't never mentioned spending millions and thousands of dollars on a marriage celebration. The Bible didn't say a lot of these things, but if we're going off of the Bible's accord, there's a lot of worldly things that have crept into it. So now, for me, above all, going back to the most impactful vow, for me, I want to know without a shadow of a doubt, for better or for worse.
And how is that evidenced?
We've been talking this whole time.
Yeah,
you will never know. That's the thing.
Okay. See, because on one hand, you're telling me you have to have somebody who relates to your history, but also can handle your destiny. Okay. Your history, where you've been, or they won't have the same values and the same convictions that have been inbred in you, both at home and at church.
Right.
And yet your destiny, where the man you hope to be, the man you are becoming, the man that you, by the way, will spend your whole life becoming. That by the time you get through working on him, you will be old, because there's always some work to be done. When Paul said, I finished my course, he was getting ready to die. It's a long walk into where you're trying to go. And you want somebody who can walk with you at every stage.
Yes.
And they want somebody who can walk with them at every stage. So I'm going to get off the relationship.
Hold on. But I like where you at.
Okay.
But don't just walk with me when it's for the betterment of you.
Yeah. I got it.
And that's
I got that part.
And as long as people understand that, when you are hurt,
come get me.
I may tell, man, get the hell away.
But don't pay that no attention.
That's the character. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then some will say, "Oh, that's toxic." Miss me with that. It's like no.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah. They
when
got
it's
different
really
words.
a test.
It's.
Will you come get me? It's really a test, because your definition of love is proven by you, the other person coming to get you, and that way you don't have to worry about abandonment.
Checkmate.
I got you.
I take you through these courses just to see. I want it. This is the only way I can find out.
Yeah.
I mean, you call it how I see it, man. My father ain't raised no fool now. And I done got food before. So for me, I need to sit up here and say like, hey, hold on. I hate to do this to you, baby. But I gotta see. You know what you got in me. The good. But I really don't know. And that's what I'm afraid of. That's not to say that I can't come along or come around to being that, or everybody to understand that. It's like, yo, this journey.
It's a journey.
It's a journey, but it's lopsided.
Yeah.
Until it's not.
It's a journey, and it's lopsided both ways from time to time.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. Without a shadow of a
it's
doubt.
lopsided both ways from time to time. And you in the midst of all of that, you're career oriented.
Yeah.
So you almost got two wives anyway, because you are to a degree married to your profession. Or you're not any good at it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get what you're saying there. And you have to have somebody who's willing to share you and not lose you and still come after you. Am I talking your language?
I mean, fluid.
Okay. Yeah.
Fluid. Because it's hard. It's hard to communicate with people that do not see your realism. Because if you can't cope with my lifestyle, it's hard for you to understand what I'm going through. I dealt with that with my father. The man, my hero today. Man, if my dad said, son, I need you to jump off this cliff. Pop, for real? Bet. I'm doing it. That's how much control. Will he ever use that? No, I'm using that as an example of how locked in me and my father is. But even in the most tenderest moments, there's a disconnect, because it's like, Pop, man, you go to the grocery store, man. Don't nobody know you.
You lost normal.
And I don't want to disrespect you. Like, Pop, man, I just signed $100 million, bro. I gave the church 20 million of that. Constantly giving back. And everything everybody wants from me is something. What if I need something? Who gon'? You see what I'm saying? I need you. And you just leave? Oh, because I embarrassed you.
Now you're going to pull the preacher out of me. I've been good all this time.
Come
now
on,
you're
man.
about to mess me up.
Come on.
The kind of love you're talking about comes from the cross. That never lets you down, that always comes for you, that's always there for you, that is that graceful, that is that merciful, even if the cross generates through the person you're married to, that kind of God love, that agape love is what you are describing. And that kind of love that gives you peace and makes you lay down at night and rest within yourself and be content within yourself. And you don't need somebody to tell you what's your name and all that kind of stuff. You've got somebody on the inside who has identified you, and you have been identified. You are being identified as you are being described right now. Some good, some bad. Articles coming out, some good, some bad. Posts coming out, some good, some bad. But the identification that counts is the identification you get from God, because that is the identification that you fight off all the other identifications with, because it's I am who he says I am. I am who he says I am. And understanding that you can climb up in his lap and be a little boy 1 minute, and then you can go out here and play football and make a touchdown if you need to, or go out here and do a show and have all kinds of crazy ratings and all of that kind of stuff. Some of the stuff you're asking her for, you're asking the wrong person.
No, I'm just using it as an example.
I know, I got
this is
that.
the biggest misconception, because when you say you go to recharge, that's where I go. And it's so sacred to me.
Okay.
I don't be wanting people to see that.
Right.
I don't want people to hear my prayers that I'm praying for God. I know I'm flawed. But I had a praying grandmother that I lost early this year. My mother constantly prays for me. I know that it's in my heart. I know how to go to the man above and cast down and just these demons, and like, I ain't God talk. What's up, bro? I need you. See, those things, people just look at the Funky Friday. And I'm not being unrealistic to a specific individual, because you're absolutely right. But I shelve the vulnerable to him, because it is sleepless nights. And why you always over there? It's like, man, I gotta talk. I gotta see a sign, man. I'm uneasy. And before I do what has been easy for so long, show a sign. Just, God, like, where I'm at, like, well, why am I mad all the time? I got rage. Like, nothing make me happy. Or why am I yearning that? Like, what? Like, it's them conversations.
I'm glad you brought up the rage. I spoke at St. Petersburg, Florida years ago, and the subject was the danger of anger. And you could literally feel heat coming up from the altar because there's so much suppressed anger. You don't have to discuss what it is, but have you identified the things that you hide that make you angry?
It's her.
See, yeah, man, I deal with, like, damn. Going back to really listen to this shit, I didn't really know how much in common me and Kim really had, yo. Because I overthink a lot. Crazy part is my bro Jared just checked on me today, man. Like, asked me, well, I okay. And I told him, bro, I'm just like 50-50. And he was like, everybody always telling me, like, bro, you got to get some rest. Bro, I had the hardest time resting, bro. I don't care if I'm on my medicine. If I ain't taking my Seroquel, bro, I'm about fucking, there ain't really too much that could make me rest. And I don't say that shit just to be saying it. I got doctor notes. But them motherfuckers tell you that boy been up for days. Like, we gotta get him to get some rest, because he's not sleeping. I don't know if it's just, and it, like, that's not normal. You feel me? Like, it's trauma. That's one thing I've learned from me not being able to sleep is trauma. Past anger, past aggression. Like, even like I talked to like this girl online, and she was just like, you got any rest? I was like, nah. Like, anybody that know me, bro, they always like, hey, you gotta get some rest. Man, it's like, bro, I be having so many questions, bro. and why I'm so mad, why I'm so unhappy in life, bro. Like, and I know I shouldn't. Like, I ain't gonna say I don't know I should. I know everybody's going through something, but bro, I ain't been happy in so long, dog. That's why I say, bro, like losing my brother Q is just like hard because when it's me, him, Jared, I go back to our childhood, bro, and I could just be a kid again when we were just happy. Like I just free my mind for that fun. Even if we going through shit, I knew he felt the same. I knew Jared felt the same. And then just like I said, we added on Nate. And even like when Nate first got involved, it was shocking to him how we used to even conversate with each other. Like me, like we was like our chat is like disrespectful, bro. Like it's some New York disrespectful type shit. And I know Nate used to be in that motherfucker like he used to tell me, bro, I be in that motherfucker like sometimes like just looking, but like the stories we used to go back and tell, bro, he used to be in there dying laughing, dog. Not knowing, you feel me, like everything we ain't been through, like just seeing like he like damn, like he just be, laughing. But shit, a lot of them stories came with trauma. A lot of them nights, a lot of them shit we went through came with trauma. That was just, and the crazy part is that was just a short period of time in our life. That don't even include the other shit when we all drifted off and went our own way. You feel me? Like a lot of us went through a lot more trauma. A lot of us might have went through different situations, but man, I had them nights, bro. And I'm not even gonna say I've been having the best. I've been praying like I need to, and that's on me, man. Like I lost that, and I really should be getting back to that. Like I don't know, man. Like I just be questioning everything. Questioning, do God really hear my prayers? Do the higher power really hear my prayers? Why am I going through this? Why do I have to see my mom go through this shit? Why was I put in this position where it felt like everything's on me? You get what I'm saying? And then it's like, bro, I love helping people, but I've gotten to this point where I don't even want to help nobody no more. And I know that's bad to say, bro, but it's like, bro, I've been used so much. People owing me money, motherfuckers and stole from me. I done had, you know what I mean? Like when I was out here doing my thing, I done had a girl and her cousin, like the girl, her cousin, fuck nigga got down and his friend stole some weed from me and shit like that. But it's like, bro, I try to chop it up to the game, but then I'm like, bro, I'm like, bro, I used to really fuck with you. Like the girl, I used to fuck with this girl. And the only reason I don't do nothing to reply, I'm not gonna lose what I built in because of your child. But it's like, bro, a lot of this shit don't even be worth it no more. And this was years ago. But it's like, even then, like when I was working like as a manager at Jimmy John's, bro, I used to always try to look out for people. I ain't got people with jobs. At that job, I got people with certain jobs at different jobs. I've done stuff to look out, but it's like, damn, bro, like you pouring into everybody else, and when you look at your cup, that motherfucker empty. You didn't pour it out, you and did all this shit, even on your plate, bro. You got a full course meal, and now everybody coming to get a piece, and you just willing to share. But what are you gonna eat to refill you back up? All right, y'all. So let me get to this last video so I can get the hell up out of here. But like I was saying, man, I get a lot of things of where Cam is coming from. And I don't know, man, like in life, bro, we just as men, man, like sometimes take us longer to heal, to figure out certain things. This ain't no book to this. Like, even if you have a father in your life, bro, like it's still not a guarantee everything that's being taught down is correct. So you still might question a lot of things, and sometimes your father might not been through some things that you're going through, and the world that you've been into, and the resources and the kind of stuff that you have attracted, they might not be able to help you with, and that might be where he's lost it. Even if he's getting advice, sometimes, bro, like you got to be willing to take in advice and do the own work yourself, though, man.
Dawn. Mm-hmm. But there's still rage because I know what you're doing. You don't have to do that. I could be your greatest asset. And I know I did my part in hurting you. But don't play with me. Please don't play with me. You played with me way too many times. In my face. As a man of power. You don't want to get embarrassed in front of people. You did that way too many times. As a man, as a provider, you don't want to be separated from your kids. You ain't God. Why you telling me when and I can and I can't? As a man, I will go to the end of the earth to protect you. And you not respecting that.
As a man, what do you tell your daughter, your oldest daughter, who I'm told has issues with you? How are you winning her back, or have you given up on winning her?
No, never given up.
Never given up.
Never. She's in a very complex situation because on one hand, what's in her blood is loyalty. And she believes by being with me is disloyal to her.
To her mother.
Correct. And I've always had the thought that our relationship, which was great at one point, and it went through a very murky, muddy time because it was murky for her. And she was just a byproduct of that and witnessing it all, being of age to understand, Daddy cheated on Mommy. But this is where, I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
So there's more to the story than that.
Man, listen, bro.
But you don't,
there's principles that was always bestowed upon me.
Okay.
Going back to sister so-and-so is what brother so-and-so. Why we don't see brother sister so-and-so brings another brother. Go put your offering in the bucket. And in my household, I was always taught to shelter children from. Hey, why are we doing it?
No, let's do it.
No. I'm using the example.
Okay.
Why are we doing this in front of the kid?
So let me ask you a question. If you got a camera over there. So let me ask you a question. If you got a camera over there, if there were one thing that you wanted to get through to her, you may have said it before, you may have tried to express it before, but if there were one thing that you wanted to get through to her because it's obvious that you love her and you care about her, and that's a sore spot, look into the camera like it's her and tell her what you want her to know.
I think with all respect of my relationship, she knows this, and this is not something that I've not disclosed or this is the first time, but I owe a service and will always be there. But all I'm asking in return is we have to stop the differences of certain things. Just have grace, please. Like, we too far in to be having these situations, and for the longest I've protected the world.
Chapter number 6, being Superman. So when you get through with your cape and your boots and your phone booth and all of that stuff, who comes to get you? Jesus said, foxes have holes, the birds of the air have nests, the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. He didn't lay his head till he laid his head on the cross. Where do you lay your head, and who comes to get you? And is it your fault that they don't come because you have trained everybody around you that you are the problem solver?
No, it's not my fault because in that way, it's my fault because nobody will ever know. I've masked it.
That's unfair, though. How can you expect people to respond to a scream that they never heard?
That's where does warriors go to weep?
Yeah.
Where does lions go to lie?
Yeah.
Where do eagles go to cry?
Yeah.
That's the warrior's battle. Like, it's like, yo, bro, when you on the battlefield, you can't sit up there and hear somebody crying and like, hey, man, shoot that gun. What you doing?
But the vulnerability is, if this building is on fire and somebody is trapped on this floor, if they don't scream, they're going to burn up in here. Now, if your life depends on it, your future depends on it, your happiness depends on it, your wholeness depends on it, you better get some vocal.
Tell Cam this. Stop using that lion one, bro, because the lions are the most laziest. Male lions are lazy. They lay down all the fucking time. You ain't gotta worry about what them motherfuckers gonna lay, cause they gonna lay. They protect. They don't hunt. I don't know, like you gotta watch the History Channel to understand how lions work, bro. I thought, you feel me? A lion's my favorite goddamn animal, but them motherfuckers can be one of the laziest. Them males lazy than the motherfucker, boy. They're lazy. I don't know what eagles do and all that shit, but in other words, I get what he's saying. It's like, where do you find your peace? Who's gonna be that peace? Who's gonna be that one that comforts you when you are done comforting, being the Superman and trying to protect and provide for everybody else, man? That's like, I've been trying to figure that one out too. And the fucked up part about this in our society is, man, a lot of us grow up with the morals and principles, and we see our grandmamas that taught our moms certain morals and values in the way they treat certain men and how they love, and that cause ain't in every female. A lot of these females have Cardi B and fucking Sexy Red, like they have those type of vibe and energy, and that's cool for some niggas. Some niggas like that shit. Some niggas love how, I had to talk to my brother about why he like that type of shit. Like, I be liking, like, man, we lost the feminine part of a female, where it's like, bro, you feel like you dating another nigga sometimes, bro. How these goddamn women have become the alpha, and they have become protective of. They feel like they got to be the man in the relationship. So it's like you're battling and you can't even open up to them. They don't even know how to open up. And I think a lot of times it goes back to parenting. A lot of them are raised by their mother, and the mother, the way they are with their daughters are totally different with them sons. They nurture the son, they baby the sons, and they lead them the daughter out to dry sometime, where you make them learn to figure out shit on their own, or you make it harder on the daughter, and the daughter becomes the hustler, and the son becomes the baby, like the little bitch, in other words. And I hate to say it like that, but it's true. Like, you see it all the time, and they adapt to that shit, where they find a man that they allow to, and it be so crazy because a lot of times these women want to be the alpha, but a lot of these motherfuckers still be having car problems. Like, we all need each other for something. And I be telling females, like, bro, like, I'm not in this game. I'm not in here to be trying to, I don't want to date another female. I mean, another male. So if you going to have male tendencies, take that shit to a bitch ass nigga that's going to be feminine and allow you to be the head and be all that shit. Mind you, that's not me. You feel me? And no, I know I have a lot of ego and pride problems too that I still work on. Like I said, but I take accountability. One thing I've learned to do is take accountability. I ain't gonna put nothing on you that you ain't done. But if I see you done it, I'm gonna call it out now. But if you ain't done it, then I'm not gonna put that shit up on you. And I'll take the blame majority of the time, even sometimes when I don't have to. That's just something that's really been in me. I probably carry a lot on my shoulders and probably have been for too long. Sometimes it comes with a great amount of respect, and sometimes it comes with a lot of bullshit. You feel me? Like, people will take advantage of you. Being nice and being a good guy is two different things to me. Nice people get ran over. Good guys, I feel like good people get used to a certain extent, but then you have to check it at the door sometimes too. It's okay to say no lot of times when we look so giving and stuff that we don't know how to say no, and we feel like we gotta do this, we gotta give back and stuff like that. But these same motherfuckers wouldn't even be there for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I've learned that the hard way with certain things, man. But I didn't know. Like, I think Cam really, man, it's gonna still take him some time. I don't know how he's gonna be when he gets older. Maybe it hits him in his 40s. Sometimes it hits late. I done met older females that I dated that I probably was more mature than a lot of niggas that they date, but we couldn't click because I lived, even though I'm 35, man, I probably lived the life of probably a 50 or 60-year-old, bro. And you can see it in my demeanor, how how I talk. Like, it's just, certain things I'm not finna allow anymore, and I'm not finna play with. In my relationship, it's crazy. I hate to see that he don't have a relationship with his older daughter. And my daughter know how I am. Like, she knows the stories of certain things, but I've always been honest. So my daughter she asked me, have I cheated? I told her, yeah. You know what I mean? But I told her, and I broke it down. So a lot of times with us, like what he said, he come from more probably where they hide the shit from the kids. I never hide nothing, because once they get older and really figure this shit out, they're gonna have some type of hate towards you because you could have been honest. One thing I've learned about kids, they love honesty, and it's just it's built different. I can't speak for everybody on how they do things, raise their kids, but I see how it has trends, with my kids. And we have our times, you know what I mean? I'm still working. Like, I have to do better on how I talk to my kids some days, like, especially my daughter, because sometimes she pisses me off and she only understands one language. But I see that's like me all over again in a girl version. And we're like this, like all my kids like that, but me and my daughter, like, I wouldn't even say it's the daughter friend, like son, like the daughter father relationship. It's almost sometimes like my two said, sometimes you gotta fall back from the daughter and son relationship and look at it as a brother and sister relationship, because y'all grew up together. Me and my kids literally I have grew up together. And that's why we're so fucking, like, I can talk to them. They can talk. My daughter can talk to me. My daughter gonna force whatever she gotta talk to me about. She gonna make sure I got to talk. She gonna talk. If I was doing this live right now and she was about to come out of school, she gonna come talk to me about what her day is. She's done it before. She don't give a damn. And even though she drives me crazy, she knows I love her, and she knows. Like, she even tell me when I'm gone, she's like, "You gonna miss me?" And I just look. I said, "No, I'm not." And she was like, "Yeah, you are." And deep down inside, I do. It don't, like, I miss them. Like, as soon as they leave, I be like, damn, bro. It's crazy because, like, people like, you got to get your rest and, take time to. But when my kids are gone, I be missing the shit out their ass, bro. Like, it's a part of me feel gone too. They are connected to me, and I'm connected to them more than they ever will know. And I don't think they'll ever understand it, how much they have really saved me. You get what I'm saying? Like, they have really saved me. Like, they gave me something to really strive for, man. And I know I'm not perfect, but I also tell them that, like, daddy's human. Daddy's not perfect, but daddy's trying to correct himself. Daddy's trying to keep y'all away from the trauma that I've occurred. And I'm not always going to be perfect. I'm not going to always be great because I have been through so much. But I don't know, man. Like, I appreciate all y'all, man. This is episode 91. I've been on here for a little too much long, man. I'm about to go eat something. I should have ate this motherfucker while I was on here, but fuck it. I appreciate everybody. Like I said, please subscribe, people. I need you to repeat it to me like you Dr. fucking Umar. Like and subscribe, comment. I appreciate all my support and everybody that has been commenting, man. I appreciate that shit so fucking much, yo. Just because I don't be want to do this shit a lot of the days. And I know y'all like, nigga, you don't have to do this shit. I mean, but at the end of the day, man, sometimes, bro, you like, when you see people that connect with the message that you be saying, man, it does something to you even when you don't want to. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that shit. I do this shit really for y'all, to keep my brother name alive and everything, man. You see, I've been on this bitch daily by myself, bro. Kind of my therapy now. Like, I've learned to just, vent through this shit. And I appreciate everything, y'all. Episode 91. I'm out, man. Rest in peace to my brother.